So I believe that I am audible and visible to all of you. So hello Anshu, hello Ruchir. So my dear learners, if I am audible and visible to you, please give a thumbs up in the live chat so that we can begin this particular session. A very warm welcome to all of you in the today's SEBI Current Affairs last minute revision series. And my dear learners, in this particular session we are going to discuss the 500 best MCQs. Okay, see, yesterday Gurkirat sir has taken a fabulous session for the finance current affairs part 1, and today's session will be in continuation with the previous session, and today is the finance current affairs session part 2. Okay, so basically in this particular session we will be discussing the finance current affairs. Okay, so in the previous session we have discussed the finance current affairs from October to January, sorry, from November to January, and in the today's session we will be discussing it from August to October. So I hope that all of you are really very excited for the today's session. And see, recently in the previous session we have discussed, and now you must be thinking and you must be excited to think that what exactly is this. See, in the yesterday we were having a goodie question in our session, and this particular, when we talk about the goodie question, there was a reward for your performance if you have answered the question correctly, and the reward was worth 1000 rupees. Okay, so my dear learners, now you must be excited that who exactly was the winner of that particular goodie question from the previous session. And I am having the name of the person who has won this particular Amazon voucher of worth 1000 rupees, and the name of that person is here. Okay, so it might not be visible to all of you. So right here I am giving out the name, and the name of that particular winner is Mr. Gaurav Tekchandani has won this particular 1000 rupees worth of voucher. So congratulations Gaurav. And if you are today as well, you have joined us and you are watching us, then kindly share an email to hello@edutap.co.in, and what you are required to do, you are required to just write that I am the winner of that goodie question, and you have to send a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and we will be sharing that particular Amazon voucher within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so my dear friends, now I want to tell you that today as well we are having such kind of contest for all of you, in which we are offering a surprise. Okay, and the surprise is here before me, and this particular surprise, we will be revealing this particular surprise in the next session, but the question for that particular surprise I am going to ask in the today's session only. So you have to wait. See, and do not think that ki last session mein it was the 50th question, तो आज भी हो सकता है कि वो 50th question ही हो. Today it can be the second question, it can be the 10th question, or it can be the last question of that particular session. But you have to be aware that whenever this particular question is coming, all of you must be ready to answer the question. And now let me tell you what exactly are the rules for this particular part. Okay, what you are required to do, when the question will become, there will be a timer of 10 seconds, and what you are required to do, you are just required to type the answer in the live chat, and the person whose name will appear in this live chat and who has answered this particular question correctly will be the winner of this particular contest. So I hope that rules are very much clear to all of you, and all of you are really very excited for this particular goodie question as well as this particular session. So my dear learners, now without wasting any more time, let's begin to the session. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of these sessions. And to join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. So let's move on to the session. Let's get started. And here is the very first question for all of you from the today's session. And the question is basically that which one of the following exchanges has recently introduced the weekly future contracts in the US dollar Indian rupee currency pair. So basically in this particular question, you are just required to tell me the name. You are just required to identify the name of the exchange which has recently come up and introduced this weekly future contract. Whether it is Bombay Stock Exchange, Calcutta Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange of India, National Commodity and Derivative Exchange, and none of the above. Now you must be thinking that why exactly we are just doing this particular question. See, I want to tell you that in the SEBI Grade A prelims exam of the last year as well, there was a question on the platform which was being launched by the BSc. And see, such kind of questions are being asked in the exam, and I am getting the answers from the people here, and most of the people are opting for the option 3 as the right answer, and the right answer to this question is option 3, that is the National Stock Exchange of India Limited. So that was the right answer. Now let's move on to the second question of the today's session, and the second question is once again on the SEBI, and this says that SEBI has extended which of the following relaxations for the companies with regards to the compliance with the procedural norms pertaining to the rights issues. So what exactly you are required to do here? You are just required to identify the correct statement with respect to this particular part, that which one of the following are the relaxations which have been extended by the Securities Exchange Board of India. So the very first statement says that under these particular relaxations, the lead manager is going to issue the registrar as well as the other recognized intermediaries shall institute an optional mechanism. The second statement says that the additional optional mechanism should not be a replacement of the existing mechanism. The third statement says that the issuer as well as the lead manager and registrar shall satisfy themselves about the transparency, fairness as well as integrity of the mechanism. So my dear learners, the right answer to this question is option 4, that is all of the above. That means all these statements which are mentioned here are correct in relation with this particular relaxations which have been extended by the Securities Exchange Board of India. So let's move on to the next question, and the next question is SEBI has come out with the revised formats for the limited review and audit reports to be submitted by the entities that have listed their dash. So basically here you are just required to identify one of these parameters which have been listed by these particular organizations. So whether it is convertible bond, convertible preferred stock, asset linked bonds, non-convertible securities, or all of the above. So do answer the question in the comment section below. Let's see that who among you will answer this particular question correctly. And I am getting the answers that the people are opting for the option number 4, that is the non-convertible securities. And I'm really glad that all of you are answered the question correctly. That is the option 4, that is non-convertible securities. So that is the right answer for this question. So basically, I really am seeing, as we all know, that the admit card of the SEBI Grade A prelims exam are also out, and I'm really glad to see that all of you are really preparing well for our upcoming exam. So now, let's move on to the next question of our today's session, which is here on your screen. The next question is about a high-powered advisory committee which has been recently constituted by the Securities Exchange Board of India on settlement orders as well as the compounding of offences. And here you are just required to tell me that who among the following persons will going to chair this particular committee, whether it is Vijay C. Daga, P.K. Malhotra, P.R. Ramesh, D.N. Rawal, or none of the above. So my dear learners, the right answer to this particular question is option 1, that is Vijay C. Daga. See, now you must be thinking that why I am having more number of questions which are related to SEBI. See, SEBI का एग्जाम है बच्चों, SEBI के बारे में नहीं पढ़ा तो क्या पढ़ा भाई, हाँ? So that's why all the news articles which are related to SEBI, whenever the SEBI was in the news, you are required to cover that particular news article from the exam point of view. And that's why we have brought all such kind of questions. तो भैया SEBI तो आपको पूरा अच्छे से बुलाएंगे, और लास्ट सेशन में भी गुरकीरत सर ने कहा था आपको कि भाई SEBI आपके लिए बिल्कुल इजी हो जाएगा जब आप पेपर में जाएंगे, ठीक है? SEBI से रिलेटेड एक भी न्यूज आपकी नहीं छूटने वाली. So and these particular questions will be important for both paper 1 and paper 2 of the phase 1 as well as paper 2 of the phase 2 exam. So I hope that this is very much clear, and now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is about the previous question. See, this question is related to the previous question only, and in this question you are just required to tell me that this panel will work as per dash specified by the regulator. See, this particular panel which will be headed by Vijay C. Daga, now you are required to just tell me that what exactly the panel will work as per. whether it is the issue of capital and disclosure requirement regulations, or it is the settlement proceedings regulations 2018, or the Securities Law Amendment Act 2014, or the settlement of administrative and civil proceedings regulations 2014. So the right answer to this question is option 2, that is the settlement proceedings regulations 2018. So I hope that this particular question is very much clear to all of you, and I'm really seeing in the comments that all of you are really answering the questions correctly, so I'm really glad to see that as well. Now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is once again on the SEBI, and it says that SEBI has recently streamlined the issuance of scores info for the firms listing securities. As per this circular, which of the following statements is or are correct? So here you are just required to tell me that as per the circular on the scores which have been released by the SEBI, you are just required to tell me that which one of the following is the right statement as per this particular scores. Okay, so do answer the question in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer. The first statement says that the companies are required to submit a physical copy of Form A or email the same to SEBI. The second statement says that companies now have to attach a declaration with the online form. The third statement says that for companies intending to list on the main board, they have to declare that the DRHP has been submitted with SEBI. Okay, see, before discussing this particular question, I would like to tell you that why exactly we are covering this particular part. See, as I have already told you that this particular question is very important, and in this question there is another element on which the question can be asked, and that particular question is this scores. So what exactly this scores stands for? See, this particular part is also important, and in the SEBI Grade A prelims exam as well, in the last year we have seen such a question in which the question was that RBI has proposed LCR for the NBFCs. Okay, and the question was that what does this C stands for in this LCR? So question can also come that SEBI has streamlined issuance of scores, and then you are required to tell that what exactly the R stands for in this scores. So when we talk about the full form of this scores, then score stands for SEBI Complaint Redress System. Okay, so now when we come back to this particular question, the right answer to this question is option 5, that is both second statement and third statement are correct in relation with this particular circular on the scores. Okay, so I hope that this is very much clear to all of you, and now we are moving towards the next question. So the next question is, which of the following mutual funds house has filed for an index fund that will track the Nifty Total Market Index? So do answer the question in the comment section below. Let's see that who among the following will answer this question. That what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. That what is the right answer, whether it is DSP Mutual Fund, Franklin Templeton Mutual Fund, HDFC Mutual Fund, Navi Mutual Fund, or Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. So do answer the question in the comment section below. And my dear learners, see, be aware, the next question can be the goodie question. So if you want to win, then be aware and be connected with us. The next question can be the goodie question, okay? And when we talk about the right answer to this question, the right answer is option 4, that is Navi Mutual Fund. So the Navi Mutual Fund is a fund which has recently filed for an index fund that is going to track the Nifty Total Market Index. So I hope that this particular is very much clear to all of you. And now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is, which of the following company has received the approval from SEBI that clears the way for its planned $2.4 billion initial public offering? And I am expecting from all of you that all of you are going to answer this question correctly, because this was one of the biggest IPO of the India's corporate history. So which among the following is the organization to which the SEBI has recently cleared and granted this permission for this IPO? And the right answer to this particular question is option 4, that is Paytm. So Paytm is the right answer to this particular question, and I believe that this particular part is very much clear to all of you. So Paytm, the IPO of the Paytm which was held recently, this was the biggest India's corporate history IPO which has ever taken place. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is here on your screen. So for the first time, SEBI has declared which of the following government-owned companies as not fit and proper. So which one of the following organizations was the organization which was being declared as not fit and proper by the Securities Exchange Board of India, whether it was Power Finance Corporation Limited, the Project and Equipment Corporation of India Limited, the National Buildings Construction Corporation, National Mineral Development Corporation, and the Telecommunication Consultants India. So to answer the question in the comment section below, that which one of the following was declared as the not fit and proper, and the right answer to this question is option 2, that is Project and Equipment Corporation of India Limited, which has been declared as not fit and proper by the SEBI recently. So I am getting the right answer from the people here, and Ruchir, Alpana, Nisha, all of them have answered the question correctly. So congratulations to you guys. Now let's move on to the next question of the today's session. The next question is that which of the following has launched the India's first skill impact bond for skilling in India in collaboration with the global partners? See, when I talk about this particular part, with this particular campaign, that is the India's first skill impact bond, they are going to make 50,000 youth of India job ready. Okay, and now you are just required to identify the name of the organization which has launched this particular India's first skill impact bond, whether it is NSDC, Handicraft and Carpet Sector Skill Council, Capital Goods Skill Council, ITC Limited, and Word Skills. So my dear learners, before answering this particular question, I want to tell you that now the rule of this particular session is that you are required to just make a count that how many questions you have answered correctly. Okay, why so? We will be having a leaderboard, okay, in which I will be looking for all over the session that how many of you, who among you have answered most of the questions correctly. Okay, so after every 20 questions you are going to tell me that who among the following, that how many questions you have got correct in this particular session. So the right answer for this particular question is option 1, that is National Skill Development Corporation. Now moving towards the next question. So the next question is, which of the following statements are correct about Asia's first neo-banking platform for the small and medium enterprises and startups? So basically this question is about Asia's first neo-banking platform, and here the very first statement is, Open is the Asia's first neo-banking platform for small and medium enterprises and startups. It has bagged the 735 crore in a funding round led by Temasek, Google, Visa, and Japan's SBI investment. The third statement says it offers a business account in partnership with the banks, which helps business automate and run their finances effectively. So the right answer to this particular question is option 5, that is all of the above, as all of these statements are correct with respect to Asia's first neo-banking platform for the small and medium enterprises. So here, as this is the Asia's first neo-banking platform, this really becomes important from the exam point of view. So my dear learners, please tell me in the live chat box whether you're enjoying the session or not, because it seems that your Josh is really low right now. Are you enjoying the session? If you are enjoying the session, then please give a thumbs up in the live chat. I'm waiting for your responses in the live chat. So let's wait. And if you are also having any suggestion that if the speed of this particular session is high or it is medium, or you want to make it little slow, then also tell me this particular part in the live chat. So let's wait for your responses in the live chat, that what exactly are you feeling right now in this particular session? Are you enjoying it or not? So we are getting some responses here. So Nilesh, Ashish, all of them are saying that yes, we are enjoying. So that's really very great, people. Now we are having very interesting session. We are now having very interesting questions in this particular session. And now let's move on to the next question. Let's see that who among you will answer the question correctly in the live chat. And the question is here on your screen. The question is, Reserve Bank of India has introduced a revised 4-layered scale-based regulatory approach to regulate non-banking financial companies. The regulatory 4-layer will be based on which of these factors? The options are size, activity, perceived riskiness, all of the above, or option 1 and 2. So my dear learners, here I want to tell you that see, RBI has introduced a revised four-layered scale-based regulatory approach for these NBFCs. So when we talk about this four-layered regulatory approach, here I want to tell you that the NBFC which will be having at the lowermost level, it will be called NBFC lower. Okay, it will be called NBFC base layer. Then the NBFC which will be above this particular part, it will be called the middle layer. The NBFC which will be above this, it will be called upper layer, and the NBFC which will be at top of this particular pyramid, it will be called the top layer NBFC. So this can also become the question in the exam. So be ready for that as well. And that is the reason that I have told you here that what exactly is this are these four NBFC layers. Okay, and when we talk about the right answer to this particular question, the right answer is option 4, that is all of the above. So that is the right answer to the question. So if in the exam it is being asked, the right answer will be size, activity, perceived riskiness, on the basis of which this particular revised four-layered scale-based regulatory approach has been introduced by the Reserve Bank of India. So as I have already told you that in the past year exam as well, it was being asked that RBI has proposed LCR for NBFCs. Okay, so such kind of questions are really very important from the exam point of view. And now I am moving towards the next question. Guys, it can be a goodie question, so please be ready for it as well. It can be a goodie question. If you will miss it, then you will miss the chance as well to win this particular surprise that I am having for all of you, and this surprise will be revealed in the next session. So be ready for this particular part. Okay, and now we are moving towards the next question. Let's see that if it is a goodie question or not. And okay, so it is a normal question. So the next question is, the Reserve Bank of India has increased the daily limit of immediate payment services transactions up to what amount for channels other than the short message services automated interactive voice response system? Okay, so once again, this particular question is really very important from exam point of view. Okay, and you must remember that what exactly the increased amount of this daily limit for the IMPS transaction, and the right answer to this question is option 1, that is 5 lakh. So Nilesh has answered this particular question that the right answer is 5 lakh. So well done, Nilesh. And now let's move on to the next question. Guys, if I am not taking the name of all of you, because this is a marathon session and we all know that we have to cover a lot of questions, and if I will be taking the name of all of you, then it would really be going to be a very long session. So let's make it quick and let's see that what exactly is the next question that I'm having for you in this session. And the next question is, which of the following bodies has issued a consultation paper on the statutory audit and auditing standards for the micro, small and medium companies? Whether it is National Institute for the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, National Council of the Rural Institute, National Financial Reporting Authority, National Institute of the Communication Finance, or none of the above. So what exactly is the right answer to this particular question? Let's see that who among you will answer this particular question correctly. And the people are opting for the option that is NFRA. So let's see that what exactly is the right answer. The right answer is National Financial Reporting Authority. So I'm really happy that all of you are answering the questions correctly in the comment section, and your answers are really giving me more energy to come up with such kind of questions. And now let's move on to the next question. And the next question is, Reserve Bank of India has announced the opening of third cohort under the regulatory sandbox with which of the following as its theme? So in this particular part, you are just required to tell me that what exactly is the theme for this third cohort under the regulatory sandbox by the Reserve Bank of India. And the right answer to this question is option 3, that is MSME lending. That is micro, small and medium enterprises lending. So that is the right answer for this particular question. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. The next question is, which of the following is the theme of the second Global FinTech Fest 2021? So to answer the question, whether it is codifying response AI, FinTech fundamentals of the digitization and leveraging technology, Web 3.0 and its impact on the financial services, fintech empowering a global digital economy, or none of the above? And the right answer to this question is option 4, that is fintech empowering a global digital economy. So that is the right answer for this particular question. And see, such kind of questions are being asked in the exam, and that is the reason that we are covering these kind of questions. Okay, and now we are moving towards the next question. So the next question is, which of the following bodies has submitted an approach paper to NFRA for the revision of existing accounting standards of the companies that are not required to follow Indian accounting standards? So whether it is CSTT, ICAI, CDC, DSIR, CCA, IICA. So please answer the question in the comment section below. And Gaurav is very fast. In the previous session as well, he was very fast with the goodie question as well. And today also he has maintained the energy. So the right answer for this question is option 2, that is ICAI. That stands for Institute for the Chartered Accountant for India. So that is the right answer for this particular question. And now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, Indian Bank has picked up a stake of about what percent in the proposed bad bank? That is the NARCL. So you are just required to tell me that what percent is the stakes that Indian Bank has picked up in this NARCL. So guys, please tell me the right answer in the comment section below. Let's see that who among the following will answer the question correctly. And I'm getting the right answers. Nilesh is opting for option C. Gaurav is opting for option 1. Nilesh. Timani is opting for option 5. Alpana is opting for option 1. And the right answer for this particular question is option 3, that is 13.27%. Okay, now I am having some additional information for all of you for this particular question. That is this particular stake. Okay, the Indian Bank is stated to reduce this particular stake from 13.27% to 9.9% by December 2021. So this part can also become the question, and that is the reason that you are required to remember this as well. And you know, apart from the Indian Bank, there are various other banks as well which have picked up stakes in this bad bank, that is NARCL. And these are State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India, which have also picked up the stakes. And now I am having one more information for all of you which can be asked in the exam. See, in the last year, there was a question that related to the appointment in the Election Commission of India. And when we see here, the NARCL is really a very important topic. So when we talk about the chairperson of NARCL, so I want to tell you that the chairperson of NARCL was being appointed recently. And who among the following is the chairperson of NARCL? That is Pradeep Shah. So if a question is being asked on the chairperson of the NARCL, then the right answer will be Pradeep Shah. Okay, so kindly remember this particular part as well, as it can be asked in the exam, and it was a very recent development. So that is the reason that you are required to cover this part as well. Okay, and now we are moving towards the next question, and the next question is, as per the recent announcement from OECD on the tax deal, the large digital players will have to pay a minimum tax rate of what percent from year 2023? So basically in this question, you are required to tell me that what exactly is the percent to which this particular large digital players are going to pay as a minimum tax rate from year 2023. And the right answer for the question is option 2, that is 15%. So 15% is the right answer for this particular question. Moving to the next question of this particular session. Recently, Npci has announced the launch of Npci tokenization systems to support the tokenization of dash cards to provide an alternate for storing card details with the merchants. Whether it is RuPay, Mastro, Debit MasterCard, Visa Electron, or all of the above. Kindly answer the question in the live chat. Let's see that who among the following will answer this particular question. And my dear learners, see, this was the 20th question. Now let's see that who among the following is on the top of the leaderboard for this particular session. Let's see how many of you, please tell me that what exactly your score, how many questions you have got corrected in this particular session. Please tell me in the comment section that what exactly is your score out of 20 up till this question number 95. Okay, so the right answer for this question is option 1, that is rupee. Now let's see that what are your scores in this particular out of 20. Let's see that who of you have got the maximum correct answers in this particular session till now. And people are just continuously answering the questions only. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is here on your screen, and the next question is: the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry reviewed the progress on open network for the digital commerce. Which of the following statements are correct about ONDC? So please tell me that what exactly is the right answer, and I am getting some responses here. Ruchir is saying that he has got 15 questions correct, so well done Ruchir. Anshu has got 16 questions correct, so well done guys. Really glad that you are preparing really well for our upcoming SEBI Grade A prelims exam. And see, if you have got less number of questions correct, do not worry. See, in the exam you are going to rock it, I believe in you. Okay, so let's have confidence in yourself and answer this particular question which is here on your screen about the ONDC, that is the Open Network for Digital Commerce. So the very first statement says that it is an initiative of the Department of Industry and Internal Trade. The second statement says it is expected to digitize the entire value chain, standardize the preparation, operations, promote inclusion of suppliers, derive efficiencies in the logistics, and enhance the value for the consumers. The third statement says it aims at promoting the open networks developed on open source methodology using open specifications and open network protocols independent of any specific platform. So let's see that what exactly is the right answer, and the right answer is option 5, that is all of the above. That means all these statements which are mentioned here about this ONDC, that is Open Network for the Digital Commerce, are correct in relation with ONDC. And here you can see, here you can read out all the important information which is important from the exam point of view about ONDC. I'm not discussing this. Now we are moving towards the next question. Is it the goodie question coming? See, it can come any time of the session. I have already told you it can come on the third question, 25th question, 30th question. And the next question is: which of the following is an incorrect statement about the decentralized finance? So please tell me that which one of the following statements are incorrect about the decentralized finance. The very first statement says, according to CoinGecko, DeFi has captured only 25% of the crypto space. It is a blockchain-based form of the finance that does not rely on the central financial intermediaries. Under DeFi, transactions get executed automatically through smart contracts on the blockchain. There was $93 billion worth of DeFi assets in the crypto market as of June 2021, up from $4 billion just 3 years ago. And the right answer to this particular question is option 1, that is this. So this is the incorrect statement about the decentralized finance. So moving on to the next question. So the next question is once again on the National Stock Exchange of India. See, these kind of questions are not just important. I'm repeating once again that these kind of questions are not just important for the phase 1, for the GA part. These can also be asked in the paper 2 as well as in the phase 2. So that's why you are required to remember these kind of news articles which are having such kind of terms in the news like stock exchanges, SEBI, RBI, PFRDA, IRDI. So all such kind of news articles are really important from the exam point of view. And when we talk about this particular question, it is being asked that in collaboration with which of the following startups it has launched the NSE Shine, which is a blockchain platform for the gold bullion. And the right answer to this particular question is option 2, that is Chainflux. So Chainflux is the right answer. And let's see that who among you has answered the question correctly. And Ruchir has answered the question correctly. Vikas has also answered the question correctly. So well done guys. Now let's move on to the next question. Recently, which of the following regulator has organized the training of trainers program for insolvency professionals? This is a halwa question, I would say. Because why? See, this is talking about the insolvency professionals. And here you can see in the options itself that the very first option is about the IBBI, that stands for that stands for? Please tell me in the live chat that what exactly this stands for, because this is the right answer for this particular question. So basically it stands for Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India, and my dear learners, this particular board was basically constituted for the effective implementation of IBC Code 2016, and this particular board was also constituted in October 2016. Okay, so this can also be asked in the exam, and I have told you, so in the exam I really believe that you will be able to answer this particular question successfully in the exam. So next is the 100th question. Is it going to be the goodie question? What do you think about it? Is it going to be the goodie question? Please tell me in the comment section. So people must have been having some expectation that this is the 100th question, as the 50th question was the goodie question in the previous session. So the 100th can be the goodie question in this particular session. So when we talk about this particular part, so the next question is, see, before moving on to the next question, I want to tell you that recently the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India, the chairman of that particular board was also appointed, and the chairman name is Ravi Mittal. Okay, so this is a very, very recent news. So all of you are required to remember this particular name as well from the exam point of view, as it can be asked in the exam, because it was recently in the news just 2 days back that Ravi Mittal was being appointed as the chairperson of the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. Okay, now let's move on to the 100th question, and people are saying no, that next question is not going to be the goodie question, and they are exactly right. The next question is a normal question, but see, all these questions, maybe this is not a goodie question, but it is really going to be a very important question for the SEBI Grade A exam. And the question is, as per the RBI's new rules on the debit card and credit card auto payments from the 1st of October, which of the following has become the mandatory for banks as well as the consumers? So the very first statement says that the banks need to notify the customers of any due recurring transactions, and they will execute them only post their approval. The second statement is banks will share one-time password for the invoices over rupees 5,000. The customers will now be required to re-register each of their payments instruments for service under the recurring mandate. So what exactly is the right answer for this particular question? So the right answer to this particular question is option 4, that is all of the above, as all these statements are correct as per these particular rules which have been recently launched by Reserve Bank of India. So once again, there was a very important question from the exam point of view, and now let's move on to the next question, which is here on your screen. So the next question is, under which of the following section of the SEBI Act 2002 the NARCL has granted a license by the Reserve Bank of India to register as an asset reconstruction company? Another question on the NARCL, and this topic of NARCL is really very important. I am marking the star here as well. So please tell me that under which section of the SEBI Act 2002 NARCL was being granted a license by the RBI as an asset reconstruction company? And the right answer to this question is option 1, that is section 3. So section 3 is the right answer for this particular question. And see, when we talk about the SEBI Act 2002, see, this SEBI Act is also very important from the exam point of view, and all of you are requested to tell me the full form of this SEBI Act. Okay, this SEBI Act basically empowers the financial institutions to gain the control over the securities in a case the borrower defaults, and see, there will be no intervention from the court. So that's why this SEBI Act is really very important. Do tell me that what exactly is the full form of SEBI Act in the live chat. Okay, so now my dear learners, let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, RBI has decided to extend the Basel III capital framework to all India financial institutions from the next fiscal year. As per the draft master direction on the prudential regulations for AIFIs, AIFIs will be implementing these pillars covering which of the following in Basel III capital regulations? See, this topic is also very important, as it is a pure banking question. So do tell me in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer to this question. Whether it is covering capital risk coverage and containing leverages, covering risk management and supervision, covering the market discipline, all of the above or none of the above. And I am looking here that Vanshika and Gaurav have answered. They have given the full form of the SERVACE correctly. So well done guys. And now all of you are requested to tell me the right answer for this particular question, that what exactly are the different pillars covering which of the following Basel III capital regulations. And the right answer for this particular question is option 4, that is all of the above. So all of these will be the implementing pillars covering these Basel III capital regulations. So I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And now let's move on to the next question from the today's session, which is here on your screen. So recently, October 2021, which of the following bodies has launched the Sprint 21, the Global FinTech Hackathon Series? So do answer the question in the comment section below, that which of the following bodies have launched the Sprint 21, the Global FinTech Hackathon Series? See, I want to tell you and I want to give you a hint that the goodie question is on its way. See, the goodie question is on its way. It can come in any time after 5 questions or 6 questions, but it is going to come. So be ready. If your friends are not watching it, then kindly share the session as well, so that they can also have a chance to win this goodie. Okay, so do answer the question in the comment section below and do stay connected with us for the goodie question, because it can come anytime now. So the right answer for this particular question is option 1, that is IFSCA. So IFSCA is the body which has recently launched Sprint 21, a global fintech hackathon series. Now I am having one more information for all of you, that Reserve Bank of India has recently held a hackathon series whose name was Harbinger. So Harbinger is the name of that particular hackathon series which was recently launched by the Reserve Bank of India, and I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And now let's move on to the next particular question, which is here on your screen. The Reserve Bank of India has debarred which of the following audit firm from undertaking audit assignments in any entity which is being regulated by the central bank for 2 years. So basically in this question you are required to tell me the name of the firm which has been debarred by the Reserve Bank of India from conducting or undertaking any kind of audit assignments in any entity which is being regulated by the central bank, and this will be applicable for a period of 2 years. Okay, whether it is SR Bartley Boy and Co LLP, Lodha and Co, Hari Bhakti and Co, SR Dinodia and Co, C Vasudev and Co. What exactly is the right answer to this question? Please tell me in the live chat that what exactly is the right answer. And the right answer is option 3, that is Hari Bhakti and Co LLP, which has been debarred by the Reserve Bank of India from undertaking audit assignments in any entity which is being regulated by the Reserve Bank, and this will be applicable for a period of 2 years with effect from April 1, 2022. And see, this particular date can also be asked in the exam, so kindly see the dimensions. Okay, have a wide view from whenever you are looking at a question. There are various dimensions from which the question can be asked in the exam. Okay, so let's see that what exactly is the next question, and the next question is here on your screen. As recently announced by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, it will have Dash as the central record keeping agency to manage the national pension system. See, NPS was in news recently, okay, and there were some changes also which were being proposed in the NPS, and a question can also come on it as well, so be prepared for that in the exam. But in this particular question, you are just required to tell me about the Central Record Keeping Agency, that which one of the following organizations have been announced by PFRDA as the Central Record Keeping Agency for this particular national pension system. And the right answer for this particular question is option 4, that is all of the above, as all these particular organizations, that is KPIN Technologies Private Limited, NSDL E-Governance Infrastructure Limited, CAMS, that stands for Computer Age Management Services Limited. So all of these will have been announced by the PFRDA as the central record keeping agencies to manage the national pension system. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question of our today's session, which is here on your screen. PFRD circular on the revised guidelines, which of the following changes has been made to the national pension system rules. As I was telling you that this question is very probable to be asked in the exam, so do answer the question in the comment section below, that what are the rules which have been recently revised under the guidelines of the PFRDA regarding the national pension system rules. The very first rule is the entry age for NPS has been revised from 18 to 70 years to 18 to 65 years. Okay, sorry, from 18 to 65 years to 18 to 70 years. The second statement says that the NPS account holders have been permitted to defer their account up to the age of 75 years. On the exit conditions for the subscribers joining NPS beyond the age of 65 years, normal exit shall be after 3 years. And I want to tell you that all these particular statements are correct in relation with the rules which have been revised by the PFRDA recently regarding the national pension system rules. Okay, so the right answer is this. Let's move on to the next question of our today's session, which is here on your screen. And I'm really happy to see that all of you are answering the question correctly, as Indu, Prasanjit, Pratiksha, Anjali, Nisha, Anshu, Puneet, all of them have answered the question correctly. So really glad to see all of you answering the questions correctly. And now let's move on to the next question, which is here on your screen. The International Financial Services Centers Authority has set up an expert panel to develop a world-class sustainable finance hub at IFSC. The panel will be headed by which of the following personalities? So here in this question, you are just required to identify the name of the person who is going to head this particular panel for this particular IFSCA, whether it is K. Ramchandran, Supriya Sahu, Sanjay Kumar, C.K. Mishra or Rameshwar P. Gupta. So do tell me the right answer in the comment section below, that who among the following is going to head this particular panel. It is K. Ramachandran, Supriya Sahu, Sanjay Kumar, C.K. Mishra or Rameshwar P. Gupta, and the right answer to this question is option 4, that is C.K. Mishra. So C.K. Mishra is the right answer for this particular question. And now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, SEBI is planning to examine the measures for the development of passive funds covering various aspects such as, and here in this particular question you are once again required to analyze these particular statements and then tell me the right answer in the comment section below. See what exactly these passive funds are. These are basically the low cost products which are well diversified in nature, and these particular products are such as the index funds as well as the exchange traded funds. And here you can also see the same term in the very first statement, that increase in the liquidity for exchange traded funds on the exchange platforms by efficient market making, introducing new ETF products, decreasing the automation of inspections of the mutual funds. Okay, so do answer the question in the comment section below, that what exactly is the right answer. And people are opting for the option number 4, that is both 1 and 2 are correct. So Preeti, Anshu, Akshita, Anjali, all of them are opting for the option 2, option number 4. And the right answer is option 4, that is both statement first and second are correct in relation with the passive funds. Okay, now we are moving towards the next question, that is here on your screen. Recently, September 2021, which of the following became the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as the legal tender, allowing citizens to use the cryptocurrency for the daily purposes? So this question is very important from the exam point of view, and I am marking the star here, as it is asking that which country has recently become the first country in the world to adopt the Bitcoin as a legal tender, whether it is El Salvador, Botswana, Equatorial Guinea and Ecuador or Guyana. So my dear learners, this question is really a halwa question, and you are going to find such kind of halwa questions in the SEBI Grade A prelims exam as well. But it will become halwa only if you have read about these particular kind of news. And when we talk about the right answer to this particular question, the right answer is option 1, that is El Salvador. So El Salvador is the right answer for this particular question. Okay, so now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. Which one of the following organizations has recently organized the virtual summit, that is FinTech Open, in collaboration with PhonePe, AWS and EY? And you must be thinking that this particular question is not from the older part, as this is really from the February 2022 only, and this was just held recently only. So do tell me in the comment section below, and if you have watched my PIB session as well, I have covered this particular news, that which organization in collaboration with the PhonePe, Amazon Web Services and EY has recently organized this virtual summit, that is FinTech Open. Whether it is RBI, Niti Aayog, SEBI, NHB or none of the above, and I am getting the answer from the people here. People are opting for the option number 2. So Prasanjit, Indu, Garima, all of them are opting for the option 2, that is Niti Aayog, and that is the right answer for this particular question. So my dear learners, this was the question number 110, and this particular goodie question is very near to all of you. So kindly stay connected with us, as this question is coming and it can be asked anytime. Okay, so this, oh sorry, so देखो सर के हाथ से तो ये गुडी फिसल गई, ओके, बट प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट आपके हाथों से ये गुडी ना फिसल जाए. ओके, so please stay connected and be aware that this goodie question can be the next question itself, as well as in the upcoming 5 questions. So please be ready for it. Okay, and now let's move on to the next question, and let's see that whether it is a goodie question or not. And the next question is, okay, this is a normal question, that is, the collection announced its formal public launch of India's largest licensed NFT, that is a non-fungible token platform, with reference to the non-fungible tokens. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Option 1, non-fungible tokens are a form of digital assets. Option 2, NFTs are valued as per their uniqueness, akin to collector's item. The option 3, since each NFT is unique, one cannot be swapped out for another. Both 1 and 2. Please answer that what exactly is the right answer to this question. What exactly is the right answer to this question? Please tell me in the live chat. So the right answer for this question is option 5, that is all of the above. So most of you have answered the question correctly, and Ankit, Puneet, Preeti, all of them have answered the question correctly. I'm really glad, and really I'm having a feeling that you guys are really going to rock in the SEBI Grade A prelims examination. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. So India has paid what amount in the United Nations regular budget assessment for the year 2022? Whether it is 59.9 million US dollars, 49.9 million US dollars, 39.9 million US dollars, 29.9 million US dollars, or 19.9 million US dollars. And the right answer for this particular question is option 4, that is USD 29.9 million. So this is the right answer for this question. And see, this particular part is once again a very recent news from the January itself. Okay, so India has basically paid USD 29.9 million to the United Nations regular budget assessment for the year 2022. And now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So India has unveiled the AA network, a financial data sharing system which is expected to revolutionize the investing and credit. And in this particular question, you are basically required to tell me that what does AA stands for. Whether it is account aggregator, account auditor, account assessment, account analyzer, or the account accelerator. So what exactly is the right answer to this particular question? Here in this particular question, you are just required to tell me that what exactly this AA stands for. So the right answer for this particular question is as selected by most of you, that is answer, that is option 1, that is account aggregator, which is the right answer for this particular question. So this was the right answer, and now let's move on to the next question. And I am really excited for this particular question, because this question is not a goodie question. Okay, so the next question is, which of the following non-banking finance company has issued its maiden euro 300 million under the US Global Medium Term Note Program? So here in this question, you are just required to tell me the name of the organization which has issued its maiden euro 300 million under the US Global Medium Term Note Program? And the right answer to this question is option 2, that is PFC. So PFC is the right answer for this particular question. And what does PFC stands for? It is the Power Finance Corporation. Okay, so Power Finance Corporation, that is option 2 is the right answer for this particular question. And now let's move on to the next question, which is here on your screen. So the next question is, SEBI has introduced the T+1 settlement cycle. So basically this question is related to the T+1 settlement cycle, which was being recently introduced by SEBI. Okay, for the completion of share transactions on an optional basis. Basically, what exactly was the reason behind that? The reason was to enhance the market liquidity. Okay, so after opting this settlement cycle for a scrip, the stock exchange must mandatorily continue with the same for a minimum period of dash. So basically here you are just required to tell me the name, basically the timeline, that for what kind of period they are going to mandatorily continue with the same for a minimum period. Okay, and this particular minimum period is option 2, that is 6 months. So this option 2, 6 months is the right answer for this particular question. And now my dear learners, let's move on to the next question. But before moving on to the next question, please tell me that whether you are enjoying these sessions or not. How's your Josh? Because it seems that with such kind of questions your Josh is becoming low, because I'm not getting much right answers for these kind of questions since the past 2 questions. So please tell me that how are you feeling right now, whether your Josh is high or low. And Gaurav is saying that yes, they are enjoying. So let's see that what others are thinking about this particular session, whether they are enjoying or not. So people are giving the okay, so people are just lightening the comments. Okay, so I'm really happy to see that. So now let's move on to the next question, which is here on your screen. The next question is, as per the revised SEBI guidelines to grade cross-currency future and option contracts in the USD INR pair, the gross open position across all contracts will not exceed what percent of the total open interest or USD 20 million, whichever is higher. So please tell me the answer in the comment section below, that what exactly is the right answer. Is it 5%, 8%, 6%, 9% and 10%? So let's see that who among you will answer this particular question correctly. And the right answer to this particular question is people are opting for 10%. Let's see that whether it is the right answer or not. And the right answer is option 3, that is 6%. So guys, do not mark the 10% as the right answer for this question, as the right answer to this question is option 3, that is 6%. Okay, so this is the right answer for this particular question. And now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So the next question is, which new section has been inserted in the Income Tax Act 1961 by the Finance Act 2021? Basically, this was being inserted to exempt the senior citizens of 75 years or above from filing income tax return. Okay, so this was one major change which has been made, and that's why it is really very important for all of you to remember that what exactly this particular part is. So the option 1 is section 188A, option 2 is section 194P, section 196C, section 187D, or none of the above. And the right answer to this particular question is option 2, that is section 194P, which is the right answer for this particular question. And now let's move on to the next particular question, which is here on your screen. So which of the following is or are the key conditions to be satisfied by the senior citizens for availing the tax exemption? See, in the past question, in the previous question, we have seen that under which section the amendment has been made. And in this question, you are just required to identify that what exactly should be the condition in order to avail this kind of tax exemption by the senior citizens. So to answer the question, do read out these particular statements and tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. Okay. So please tell me the right answer, that what exactly is the right answer for this question. What are the different conditions which must be satisfied by the senior citizens for availing the tax exemption? So the right answer to this question is option 5, that is all of the above. So my dear learners, all these conditions must be satisfied by the senior citizens in order to avail these kind of tax exemptions. Okay, now we are moving towards the question number 119, and that is here on your screen. As per the new draft rules issued by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India in September 2021 to promote and regulate the surety insurance business in India, a general insurer can start surety insurance business if it has dash times the solvency margin which is required, it is required to keep, whether it is 1.25 times, 1.5 times, 2 times, 2.5 or 3.0, and people are opting for the option number 1, that is 1.25, and that is the right answer for this question, that is 1.25 times. So let's move on to the next question. The National Commodity and Derivative Exchange has launched which of the following as India's first sectoral indices in the agri commodities basket? Whether it is Gorex, Soetex, Miltex, both 1 and 2 or both 2 and 3. So please answer the question in the comment section below. See, related to the agri commodities, I have already told you there was a question in the past year as well that BSE has just created a platform for the agri commodities. And here once again we are having such a question before all of you, and please tell me in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. And the right answer is both 1 and 2, that is Gorex and Soetex is the right answer to this question. And my dear friends, I want to tell you that the goodie question is really very near now. See, 15 questions back I have told you that it is near, and now I am telling you that it is very near. Seriously, the goodie question is on its way and it is waiting for you. Whether are you waiting for it? Please tell me in the live chat that are you waiting for that goodie question? It is really very near. And the next question is, NARCL was launched by the Union Cabinet approving the government guarantee on the security receipts to buy bad loans of the lenders. With reference to NARCL, which of the following statements is or are correct? Please tell me the right answer in the comment section below, that what exactly is the right answer to this question. And Gaurav is saying that yes, okay, so he is ready to win the next goodie question as well. So all the best to you and all the best to all of you for the upcoming goodie question. And Pagal Food is also really excited for this particular part. Okay, so now let's see that what exactly is the right answer. The very first statement says NARCL has been incorporated under the Companies Act. It is applied to Reserve Bank of India for the license as an asset reconstruction company. The third statement says that public sector banks will maintain 75% ownership in the NARCL. So my dear friends, I want to tell you that the public sector banks will maintain ownership in the NARCL, but it will not be 75%, it will be 51% only. And we have also discussed about the chairperson of the NARCL, which is Mr. Pradeep Shah. Okay, so see, here you can see that this NARCL was recently in the news, and that is the reason that it becomes really a hot topic to be asked in the exam, and all of you are requested to remember all the key details of this particular NARCL. Okay, so we have already discussed I think around 3 or 4 questions related to NARCL, and now you must answer the question successfully in the exam if there is a question related to NARCL in the SEBI Grade A prelims exam. Okay, and now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So the next question is, according to a report by the Motilal Oswal Financial Services released in September, what exactly, see the volume of the transactions made through which of the following channels has crossed 3.55 billion in August 2021, whether it is Bharat Bill Pay System, Immediate Payment Services, Unified Payment Interface, RuPay, or the National Financial Switch. So what exactly is the right answer to this particular question? For this particular part, that for which of the following channels the number of transactions has crossed 3.55 billion in August 2021, and the right answer to this question is option 3, that is Unified Payments Interface. So this is the right answer for this particular question. And Agnik, Sneha, Mayank, Shantanu, Prashanti, Vanshika, all of them have answered the question correctly. That is Unified Payment Interface. So well done guys. And now let's move on to the next question. So before that, Preeti is saying that it is Bharat Bill Pay. So Preeti, the right answer is option 3, that is the Unified Payment Interface. And now we are moving towards the next question, and next question is here on your screen. So recently the central government has approved the plan for the amalgamation of the Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank with which one of the following? Once again a really very important question. See, the Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank is really in the news since past 2 years, and here you are required to tell me that what exactly, that with which bank it will be amalgamated as per the recent approval given by the central government. Whether it is State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda, Unity Small Finance Bank or Paytm Payment Bank. Okay, so you must be surprised to see that there are these kind of banks. We are having a payment bank in the option, we are having a small finance bank in the option. क्यों हिला डाला क्या इस क्वेश्चन से, हाँ? So my dear learners, when we talk about the right answer to this particular question, and all of you are going with the correct option, that is option 4, Unity Small Finance Bank. Okay, so this is the right answer to the question, and now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. Recently, the discussion paper of IBBI has proposed to provide in the liquidation regulations that if the secured creditors having dash of the value in the secured debt will decide to relinquish or realize the security interest, so such decisions shall be binding on the other pari passu charge holders who are on an equal footing. So here in this particular question, you are just required to tell me what exactly is the percentage of that particular value in the secured debt. Okay, whether it is 60%, 70%, 50% or 75% or the 45%. So the right answer for this particular question is option 1, that is 60%. So 60% is the right answer to this particular question. And someone is saying that same question was being asked in the yesterday session as well, and still you guys are giving the wrong answer for this particular question. See, it is not 75, it is not 45, it is the 60%. That is the right answer to this question. And now we are moving towards the next question. Is it a goodie question? Question number 125. So guys, we have reached to the question number 125, and this is the 50th question of this session. Is it a goodie question? What do you think, that is it a goodie question or not? Let's see that what exactly is the next question on the screen. And the next question is not a goodie question, but still it is very important. The government has approved the Indian Banks Association's proposal to increase the family pension of the deceased bank employees to dash of the last salary drawn. Whether it is 45%, 50%, 20%, 30% or 60%. So please tell me in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. So the right answer to this particular question is, and people are opting for the option number 3, that is 20%, and some people are opting for the option number 4, that is 30%. So the right answer to this question is option 4, that is 30%. So Gaurav has once again answered the question, so he is really in a good form right now, huh? So Puneet have also answered the right question. The right answer to this question is answer 4, option 4, that is 30%. Now let's move on to the next question for today's session. The next question is, the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs has unveiled the 4th edition of the Public Sector Bank Reforms Agenda, that is EASE 4.0 for year 2021 and 2022. And during this particular part, the Union Finance Minister also felicitated the best performing banks on EASE 3.0 Banking Reforms Index, which was topped by. See, once again a very important question here, and I am marking the star here. If you don't know the answer, then kindly before the exam go through to this particular topic of EASE 4.0 as well as EASE 3.0 Banking Reforms Index, and please tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this question, whether it is State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India, Canara Bank or all of the above. Please tell me in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer to this question. And people are opting the right answer, that is Jyoti, Indu, Neha, Snehal, Ankit, all of them are opting for the SBI. and the right answer is option 1, that is State Bank of India. So State Bank of India is the right answer to this particular question. Okay, so now let's move on to the next particular question, which is here on your screen. So recently, which of the following banks has won the award for the best improvement from the baseline performance under the PSB reforms EASE 3.0 based on the EASE index? So what exactly is the right answer to this particular question? Whether it is once again the State Bank of India, Indian Bank, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank of India, or the Punjab National Bank. Guys, please answer the question in the comment section. So the right answer to this particular question is option 2, that is Indian Bank, and Preeti has answered the question correctly, that is Indian Bank. So the right answer is Indian Bank, and let's move on to the next question. Recently, September 2021, which of the following financial institutions has been approved to be placed under the purview of the Department of Financial Services in the Finance Ministry for administration purposes? Whether it is NAB Foundation, NABCon, NABFID, NABFIN, or NAB Samriddhi. So please tell me the right answer in the comment section below, that what exactly is the right answer. And I want to add one more additional point here, that your wait for the good equation will be ending very soon, as it is really very near. And if you are not active right now, then please be active, because it will just come and go. Okay, so kindly be aware and be prepared for this particular goodie question, as it is really very near. Let's see that who is going to hit a 6 for that particular goodie question today. Okay, and when we talk about the right answer for this particular question, the right answer is option number 3, that is NABFID, and the NABFID stands for the National Bank for Financial Infrastructure and Development. So that is the right answer for this particular question. And now let's move on to the next question of our today's session, which is here on your screen. So as per the statement issued by the Finance Ministry, not a single entity out of 348 applicants met criteria for the Nidhi company. See, you are going to find such kind of questions in the exam. They will just give some kind of information related to the topic, and then what exactly they will do? They will ask the conceptual question, they will ask the definition of that particular part as well. So when we talk about this question, this is one such question, and here you can see that Nidhi company is a type of company in the Indian non-banking finance sector, which is recognized under dash of the Companies Act 2013. So I know that all of you know that it is basically under the Companies Act 2013, and that is the reason that I have framed a question on the section, because see, for you the section, remembering the name of the section is also very important from the exam point of view, that the Nidhi company has been established, is recognized under which section of the Companies Act 2013, and the right answer for this question is option 2, that is section 406. And Doon Guitarist has answered the question very lightning speed. Okay, so right answer to this question is option 2, that is section 406. So now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is, as per the recent amendment to the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Act, the flat rate to the premium payable by the banks had been increased from 10 paise to what amount per 100 of the accessible deposits since 1st April 2020. See, with this particular question, I want to tell you that with the DICGC, we all know that recently Government of India has also increased the covered amount from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 5 lakh. Okay, so this information is also very important from the exam point of view, as it can also be the dimension on which the question can be asked in the exam. So kindly remember that from the exam point of view, that if a question is being asked on the total bank cover, so it must be that it has increased from 1 lakh to 5 lakh, and a customer can take this particular amount within a period of 90 days. So this particular information is also very important from the exam point of view, and all of you are required to remember this particular part from the exam point of view. So guys, now I really believe that all of you are excited for the goodie question, and now the next question is here on your screen. So recently, RBI has issued which of the following guidelines with regards to the safe deposit locker, safe custody article facility provided by the banks, and here are the statements that you are required to read out and then tell me that which one of the following statements are the guidelines regarding this particular part which is being asked in the question. So please tell me in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer. Okay, when we talk about the last question, the answer to the last question was 12 paise. Okay, so the answer to the last question was 12 paise and most of you have answered the question correctly. And now when we talk about this particular question, the question is, the statements are banks shall under no circumstances offer directly or indirectly any product to its locker hirers for insurance and the content. The liability of the banks will be limited to 100 times of the annual rent. Banks should renew their locker agreements with existing locker customers by 1st of January 2023. See, these kind of dates are also very important from the exam point of view. Now the next statement is banks should ensure that the identification code of the bank or branch is embossed on all the locker keys, and the right answer for this particular question is option number 5, that is all of the above. So that is the right answer for this particular question. And now my dear learners, your wait for the goodie question is really very near to get end, because it is really very near. So if your friends are not just connected with us, you can also tell them that guys, please come, and because this is really a one such opportunity that you don't get normally. Okay, and now when we talk about the goodie question is very near, but before that we are having the next question. And the next question is, which of the following rural fintech companies has announced that it has established a network of 1 lakh micro ATMs currently operating across the rural India? So whether it is Cash, Bankit, Hummingbill, Spice Money or Airtime UP. So please tell me that what exactly is the right answer of this question. Whether it is option 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, please tell me the answer in the comment section below that what exactly is the right answer. Here in this question you are just required to tell me the name of the organization which has announced that it has established a network of 1 lakh micro ATMs across India. And the right answer to this question is option 4, that is Spice Money, and Jyoti has answered the question correctly, and Vijay Shankar has also answered the question correctly. Prasanjot, Snehal, all of them have answered the question correctly. And now my dear friends, we are moving towards the next question, and your wait for the goodie question is ending now, because the next question is the goodie question, and here we are with the goodie question. But before moving on to the goodie question, I want to tell you that this particular question will be the goodie question, that is the question number 133 is the goodie question for our today's session. But before the question, let's discuss that what exactly are the different terms and conditions that you are required to remember from the exam, from this particular contest. Okay, so the very first statement says that question to be answered in the 10 seconds. I want to tell you that there will be a timer of the 10 seconds and you will only get the 10 seconds for this particular question to answer the question. And if you have answered this particular question in a time period of 10 seconds, then only, and if you have answered the question in the very first, and if you are the first person to answer the question, then you will be the winner of this particular goodie question and you will be getting this particular prize. And what exactly inside this? See, it really feels something heavy, and this particular prize will be revealed in the next session. But now all of you are requested to be ready for the goodie question, as it can be on the screen in any time. Okay, so I want to once again tell you that the person who will be answering the question very first in the live chat, and it will be only be decided, the winner of the question will be decided only the person who will having the answered the question correctly and he was on the top of the chart will get the prize for this particular goodie question. And the question is here on your screen, but before that I want to tell you that the person has to mail the screenshot on hello@edutap.co.in to claim this particular prize. And the question is, okay, I am getting a slide for all of you so that you can answer the question. And the wait ends here. So please answer the question in the comment section below in the live chat that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. So I really believe that you must have liked this particular question itself, that it was once again a question which was related to the Reserve Bank of India, one of the platforms which was being launched by the Reserve Bank of India. And what exactly is the right answer? And I'm getting a lot of responses from all of you, and people are opting for the option A, option B, option C, option D. So let's see that what exactly is the right answer to this question. But before moving on to that, let's discuss that what exactly this question is all about. Recently, RBI has announced to establish Prisma platform to strengthen the compliance by supervised entities. And here in this particular question, you are just required to tell me that what does S stands for in the Prism. And the right answer for this particular question is, I know that all of you are very excited to listen the right answer. And the right answer to this question is option 2, that is supervision. And my dear learners, the Prism stands for the platform for the regulated entities for integrating supervision and monitoring. So that is the right full form of the Prism, and that's how you are really required. You are really required to also remember the full form of the Prism, the name as well as the full form itself. Okay, now you must be excited to see that who among you is the winner of this particular Prism. And I have already told you that what exactly is the rule behind that. You are just required to tell me. You are just required to share the mail with a snapshot in which you have answered this particular question in the live chat, and your name must appear at the top of the list. And if your name is there, then you are the winner of this goodie question, and you will receive this particular goodie that I am having right now, and this goodie will be given to that particular person. Okay, so that is the right answer for this question. The answer is supervision. Prism की full form मैंने आपको बता दी है. This is really important, and I am marking the star here, as this is really important from the exam point of view. So Gaurav is once again saying कि sir मैंने first दिया था. So Gaurav, if you think that you have given once again this particular answer correctly and the very first, then you can just share the, but our team will also be finding that who is the winner for this particular question. Okay, and now guys, let's directly come back to the session and let's see that what exactly is the next question. And the next question is here on your screen. So which of the following organization has recently released the World Economic Situation and Prospects Report 2022? See, in these exams, we have seen such kind of questions on the reports, and that is the reason that all such recent reports, I have brought questions on those particular reports, which is here in this particular session, and the upcoming sessions will definitely be based on the same. Okay, so whether it is World Bank, International Monetary Fund, UNDP, United Nations Department of the Economic and Social Affairs, or OECD. So please tell me the answer in the comment section below, and people are opting for option B, that is International Monetary Fund. And the right answer to this question is option 4, that is United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. So guys, this is basically the right answer to this question. The World Economic Situation and Prospects Report has been released by the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. So this is the right question to this, the right answer to this question. And now let's move on to the next question of our today's session. And the next question is basically on the World Economic Situation and Prospects Report only. And in this question, you are going to tell me that what exactly is the growth forecast for India in fiscal year 2022. So what exactly is the right answer? What, as per this World Economic Situation Prospects Report, what is the growth forecast for India in fiscal year 2022? See, when we talk about these growth forecasts, see, you are required to remember the growth forecast for India, which are being given by various other important institutions as well. And we all know that recently NSO has also said that India is going to grow by 9.2% for this particular financial year. And apart from that, our union budget is also saying the same part. So that's how you are really required to remember this particular data, because in the previous year exams as well, we have seen such kind of questions being asked in the exam. And when we talk about the right answer for this question, the right answer is option 4, that is 6.5%. So the right answer is 6.5%. And now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So the next question is, which among the following organization has recently released the World Employment and Social Outlook Trends 2022? Whether it is United Nations Development Program, World Economic Forum, International Labour Organization, World Bank, or Rightmove. So please tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. And Anupama is opting for the option C, that is International Labour Organization. And I want to tell you that I have recently taken a detailed session on this World Employment and Social Outlook Trends 2022. So if you want to see this particular session, you can just go to our playlist for the PIB Current Affairs, as this particular report has been covered in detail in that particular session. And when we talk about the right answer to this question is International Labour Organization. And most of you have answered the question correctly. Tanmay has answered the question correctly. Suraksha has answered the question correctly. That is the International Labour Organization. So that is the right answer. And now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So according to the recently released Banking on the Electric Vehicles in India, a blueprint for inclusion of electric vehicles in priority sector lending guidelines, what exactly is the cumulative investment in India's electric vehicle transition between 2020 and 2030? Whether it is 150 billion, 197 billion, 266 billion, 316 billion, or 358 billion. So please tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. And the right answer is option 3, that is $266 billion. So this is the right answer for this particular question. And now we are moving towards the next question, that is, which among the following organization has recently released the Corruption Perception Index 2021? World Economic Forum, Economic Intelligence Unit, Reporter Without Borders, Transparency International, and the Institute for Economic and Peace. So please tell me what exactly is the right answer to this question number 138. And people are opting for the option 3, option 1. So Doon is saying option 1, Dinesh is opting for 150. Okay, so Tanisha is opting for the option number D. And let's see that what exactly is the right answer. And the right answer to this question is option 4, that is the Transparency International. So this is the right answer to this question. And now there is another question for all of you. Please tell me that what exactly was the India's rank in the Corruption Perception Index 2021. See, in the previous sessions as well, we have told you that whenever there is a report in the question, or you are covering any report, what you are required to cover, you are required to cover the releasing body, the India's rank, what exactly is the framework, what are the different findings. We have seen the previous question which was based on the finding itself. And now when we talk about the Corruption Perception Index, what exactly was the right answer? What exactly is the India's rank in this index? And Gaurav, Suraksha are answering the question correctly. Harshal, Preeti, Judicial, Tanisha have answered the question correctly. That is, India's rank was 85th in the Corruption Perception Index 2021. So now let's move on to the next question. Which among the following organization has recently released the World Economic Outlook, Rising Caseloads, a Disrupted Recovery and Higher Inflation? World Bank, World Economic Forum, IMF, OECD, or United Nations? Please tell me the right answer in the comment section below. And guys, I'm really glad that the additional question that I'm asking without any option, you are answering those questions as well successfully, and I'm really happy to see that you are really going to rock in the SEBI Grade A exam. So just wish you all the best for that. But now for this particular question as well, you are required to answer, and the right answer to this particular question is option 3, that is International Monetary Fund. So this is the right answer for this particular question. And now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So this question is basically about the same report which we have discussed in the previous session, but here the question is different. See, as I have told you that this question is basically based on the next dimension, that is the finding that what is the global economic growth rate for the year 2022. It is 3.8%, 4.4, 4.9, 5.3 or 5.9%. So the right answer to this question is option 2, that is 4.4%. That is the right answer. And the people are basically opting for the option 4. So guys, option 4 is not the right answer. The right answer is option 2, that is 4.4%. Guys, it seems that after the goodie question, various people, Josh has just went down. Guys, do not worry. Please just raise your Josh, because the upcoming questions are also really very important from the exam point of view. Okay. So now we are moving towards the next particular question, which is here on your screen. And the question is, which among the following organization has recently released the State Finances, a study of budgets of 2021-2022? And the options are given here. Please tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this question of the report State Finances, a study of budgets of 2021-2022. Whether it is Niti Aayog, World Bank, Reserve Bank of India, IMF, or the National Statistical Office. And the right answer to this question is option 3, that is Reserve Bank of India, which has recently come up with this particular report. Okay. And Dinesh is saying that, sir, Josh is high. I'm really happy to see that in this last part of this particular session as well, you are having a Josh high. So guys, now let's move on to the next question, and let's see that what exactly the next question is all about. So the next question is, according to the recently released Mission 2070, a Green New Deal for a Net Zero India, what is the projected economic impact of green economy by 2030 in India? So guys, this is once again a very hot topic. We are moving towards the renewable energy. We had COP26 summit, which was held in Scotland in the last year, and that too, during that particular part, Indian Prime Minister has announced that India is going to become the net carbon zero emission free country by year 2070. Okay, and in this question we are having the question that what exactly is the projected economic impact of the green economy by 2030 in India? And the right answer to this particular question is option 2, that is $1 trillion. So that is the right answer to this question, and Ankit has answered the question correctly. That is 1 trillion. And now we are moving towards the next question. According to the recently released Financial Stability Report, okay, so we are having a question on the Financial Stability Report, which is being released by the Reserve Bank of India. And once again, guys, I am marking the star here, as this question is really very important, because it is basically on the Financial Stability Report, which is being released by the Reserve Bank of India. And here you are just required to tell me that what is the estimated gross non-performing asset ratio of India's scheduled commercial banks by September 2022. Let's see that who will answer the question correctly in the live chat. Whether it is 6.9%, 7.5, 8.1, 9.5 or 10.5%. And people are opting for 6.9%. So most of them are opting for 6.9%. Let's see that what exactly is the right answer. And the right answer is option 3, that is 8.1%. So basically, when we talk about the gross non-performing asset ratio for the India's scheduled commercial banks, as per the Financial Stability Report, the GNP is going to be 8.1%. Okay, so please remember this part, as this is really a very important data from the exam point of view. And now we are moving towards the next question, which is here on your screen. So according to the recently released report on the trend and progress of banking in India 2021, what is the percentage of the growth in deposits at the end of September 2021? Once again a very important question from the very important report, that is the report on trend and progress of banking in India in year 2020-2021. And this particular report was also released by Reserve Bank of India. So please tell me that what exactly is the right answer. The right answer to this question is option 3, that is 10.1%. So basically, when we talk about the percentage of growth in the deposits at the end of September 2021, then it was 10.1% as per this report on the trend and progress of banking in India 2020-2021. And now let's move on to the next question. So basically, in this question, you are just required to tell me, you are just required to identify the name of the organization which releases the Eco-RAP report. See, you have listened about this particular report various times. that what exactly is the right answer to this question. Which organization basically releases this EcoRap report, whether it is RBI, DBS Bank, SBI, World Bank or SNP? Please tell me the answer in the comment section below. And Gaurav and Anupama are opting for the option number 3, that is the State Bank of India, and that is exactly the right answer to this question. That is State Bank of India is the right answer, which basically releases the EcoRap report every year. Now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is here on your screen. So basically the next question is about the SAFFLE report, and here SAFFLE stands for Ship Acquisition, Financing and Leasing, and you are just required to tell me that what is the amount that India pays every year on the seaborne freight to foreign shipping companies, whether it is $40 billion, $50 billion, $65 billion, $75 billion or none of the above. So guys, the right answer to this question is $75 billion. Please remember the value here. The right answer is $75 billion. As per the SAFFLE report, the amount that India is going to pay every year on the seaborne freight to foreign shipping companies is $75 billion. So I hope that this is very much clear, and now let's move on to the next question. According to the recently released Global Fuel Economy Initiative Report 2021, what is the target year for halving the fuel consumption of new light duty vehicles relative to 2005? See, these kind of targets are also very important, and once this target I have already told you that as per the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, by which year India will become carbon emission free, it will be 2070. And now you are going to tell me in this particular question that what exactly is the target year for halving the fuel consumption of new light duty vehicles in relation to year 2005. And the right answer to this particular question is option 1, that is 2030. Guys, please mark the attention here, please give your attention here. The right answer to this particular question is 2030. So Anupam, Tanisha, Ankit, Vineet, all of them have answered the question correctly. So guys, see, I'm really sorry if I'm not able to just name all of you, because as we all know that this was a marathon session. So guys, we have to cover really a high number of questions, and that is the reason. And that is the reason that I am literally going little fast for these particular sessions. And now we are moving towards the next particular question. And I am watching in the comments that the NHB admit card is out. So guys, see, the admit card is out. You can just download the admit cards after the session. But right now the session is really very important, as there can be probability that the question can be asked in these last 3 questions. So please pay your attention here. You can just go to the admit card, you can just download that after the session as well. But here, the right now, what exactly you are having at your hand, it is this particular session in which we are covering the most important finance current affairs from August to September, August to October 2021. Okay, and now let's move on to this particular next question, that is according to the recently released World Migration Report 2022, which country has the highest inward remittances in 2020? And this particular question is really a halwa question, because all of you know that India is having the largest diaspora all over the world, and that is the reason that the right answer for this question will be India only. So the right answer is option 2, that is India. So now when we talk about that, who releases this particular report, which organization is basically behind the release of this particular report, that is World Migration Report 2022. So basically this particular report is being released by World Bank. Okay, so do remember this particular fact that this World Migration Report 2022 was being released by World Bank, and as per this particular report, the highest inward remittances in 2020 was got in India. Okay, and now we are moving towards the next particular question, which is here on your screen. So according to the recently released State Finances, a study of budgets 2021-2022, what is the combined debt to GDP ratio of states by end of March 2022? So here in this question, you are just required to tell me the debt to GDP ratio of the Indian states by the end of March 2022, that whether it is 31%, 32%, 33%, 34% or 35%. So guys, the right answer to this question is 31%. And now we are heading towards the last question of our today's session, which is here on your screen. So I want the answer from all of you for this particular question, that what exactly is the amount of remittances that India has received in year 2021 as per the Migration and Development Brief Report, which is being released by World Bank. Whether it is $83 billion, $87 billion, $89 billion or none of the above. Please answer the question in the comment section below, and let's see that who of you basically know the answer to this particular question, know the amount of the remittances which was being received by India in year 2021. Guys, please answer the question in the comment section below. And Himanshu is saying that it is option 2, Jyoti is opting for option 3, Garima is opting for option 83, that is option 1. And guys, the right answer to this particular question is option number 3, that is $87 billion. So that is the amount, and guys, I am marking the star here. And this particular can also be asked in the exam. This amount can also be asked in the exam, because this report is really a very important report from the exam point of view. And guys, that was the end of this particular session. That was the last question from the today's session, and I really believe that all of you have really enjoyed this particular session, and all of you have answered the question for this goodie. As well as, guys, I want to tell you that the winner of this particular prize will be revealed in the next session. And apart from that, what exactly inside in this particular gift is it will also be revealed in the next session. So kindly join us in the next session. Do not forget to join us in the next session. Okay, if you want to just get to know about that, who exactly is the winner and what exactly is the prize inside this particular goodie. Okay, so guys, I really believe that this particular session was really useful and fruitful to all of you. And guys, if you are having any queries, you can just ask your questions in the live chat, and I would really be happy to answer those questions for all of you. So people are saying that, do we get the PDF? Guys, the PDF will be uploaded to the Telegram channel, so do not worry about it. It will be provided to you in the Telegram channel. In the starting of the session, I told you. And in order to join the Telegram channel, you can just click on the link in the description below. The link for this particular PDF of the today's session is being given in the description. You can just join the Telegram channel, and the PDF will be provided there. Okay. So guys, that was all from this particular session, and I am not getting any kind of queries for this particular session, but I really believe that today's session was really very helpful for all of you, because we have discussed all the important finance current affairs from the August to November 2021, and we have also discussed some important reports and indices which were being released recently. And guys, in the upcoming session number 3 and 4 of this particular series, we will be discussing some other important current affairs, and in the 5th session we will be having the session on the union budget. So do not forget to attend these particular sessions as well. And guys, really, I was really happy to see your response, and really wish you all the best for the SEBI Grade A exam. And guys, please make sure that you know that what exactly is the destination for your exam center. Okay, and kindly go there and just make sure that you know where exactly it is. And guys, thank you for joining us. We are concluding the session, and I really believe that you have really enjoyed this particular session. So thank you for joining us. Wish you all happy learning.